Hello, y'all.
Let's see if it's... Is it on? Is it on?
Are we live? Are we working? What's happening, people?
I think we are. I think we're live. But is it, Dylan? Is it counting?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you're live.
Welcome, everyone, to another great episode of the Puff Drink Talk podcast. Konrad Schubach here.
Dylan Wilson.
Hilton Kill.
And George Abide.
And we are smoking, eating, drinking, all of that fun stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Send us a comment. We are live right now, so if you're watching right now, send us a comment. If you're watching later, send us a comment later.
We'll talk about it next week.
What's with the glasses, man?
We are celebrating tonight because we crunched the numbers. We had a good month last month. So
Hey!
we are celebrating. So I put the glasses on, and what I want to see what you guys is smoking first.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Man, the regular Pina.
Okay.
I'm in love with this guy. So, you know, the maker of this left the store 20 minutes before I got there. So I would have known
The guy who makes it.
the guy who makes it.
Really?
Yeah.
You missed him?
I missed for like 20 minutes.
Damn.
It was an event in there, so... And then Ian just went this Tuesday for over 20 minutes explaining to me why he likes it so much, you know. How much he used to work for a different company, which worked with Ian. Then he went solo. And then he opened his, his own cigar business. So...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I recommend to you all to smoke this. Smooth, super nice. They have like 4 or 5 different sizes, so you can choose to smoke 45 minutes to 2 hours.
Wow.
Yes.
It's always going to be a big one.
Well, Hilton, you're laughing because look at your veiny bastard.
What are you smoking tonight?
I'm going Old Faithful, my pipe right here.
What is the spec? The nut and
The
spec?
nut and
Nut and
spec.
special?
Yeah.
Nothing special here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it is a special blend.
It is.
It's a really good blend.
I'm gonna let Dylan to go last. I'm going a Cuban.
Oh, you are smoking a Cuban.
It's a Partagas, and this was a gift. It's a massive 7.2 inches long cigar, and then this was a gift from Andre. Well, his dad. Andre was the person,
Facilitator
of it. So, but yes, so it's a Cuban cigar. So, and it is my first Cuban cigar, by the way. So.
And this is how you celebrate. Excuse me. Excuse
And
me.
it's just been what?
That's how you celebrate, okay?
It's just been in the humidor, just...
For about
Aging.
7 months
or
now.
something.
I mean, it had been
Yeah,
with them
that's
for
right.
a little while.
They had probably already been
congrats,
aging
man.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
Congrats, I'm happy for you guys.
we decided to bring it out and then smoke a Cuban today. So for the first time, I never smoked a Cuban before. So
I want to, so are you going to go full review on that?
we're thinking about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
let's see how it goes.
See where the wind takes us.
All right. Okay. It remains to be
I'll
seen.
be smoking on the, so you can see that. Also, a Cuban. The Joyo de Monterrey.
Oh,
The
my.
Joyo de San Juan.
Yeah. I love your eyes, man. It's pretty...
Yeah,
So
mine is the what is it? The name?
The Partagas Salomon. Mine has a longer name. As you can see, all Cuban. All
Yeah.
Cuban. Mine's a little smaller than Hilton's, but
Yeah, it's a puro as they call it.
All
because
Cubans
it's all
are, right?
Cuban tobacco. So.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll see.
yours is not too short. It's a total size. So and it's
Joyo
a
de
54
Monterrey,
ring gauge.
Joyo
So
de San Juan.
it's thicker
So-
than a normal robusto, and
Yes.
it's longer. So it's a 6
It's
inches.
a mouthful.
You could just...
It's a very nice compliment Hilton gave you, too.
Yeah.
It's a good size. Mouthful.
Almost too big. Almost too big.
And that means about girth, right?
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
being long,
You
It's
gotta
not
handle
being
it.
long.
Yeah.
It's like Hulk.
Yeah.
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 This one is a figurado shape, so it has that little shape that
It almost looks fatter towards the end.
it is
It
fatter
is.
in the end.
That's
yes.
the figure out shape. As Konrad mentioned, it is a veiny bastard.
It is a vein.
So yeah, we're gonna be puffing on these guys.
Congratulations, gentlemen. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You hit it.
Yeah.
Long time coming,
It is a long
so
time
to speak.
Yeah,
Shut that door. You locked the front, right?
I did.
Pretty comfortable. Comfy chair.
Well, hey,
We should all be a little more comfy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I like the upgrade in these chairs. I do miss Old Faithful, but you know what?
Hey, feel free to swap it if you want.
No, I'm okay with this.
You don't miss her that much.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay with comfort. How was everyone's 4th of July?
It's pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I saw the pictures.
I was tired.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I saw the pictures of you cramped up and crippled. Barely get out of the bathtub, apparently.
Yeah. Couldn't dry myself off.
Thank God for the girlfriend.
Hilton had to help me. Yeah,
right?
Sammy had to help me. It was a rough one, but no, I mean the night was good.
Did you work? Because I think I remember you saying you guys would need to work.
Both of us, yeah.
Yeah, we worked till about. I got home at 5:30ish, maybe. I worked a full day.
I'm gonna go for the first puff in here. Let's see what it brings.
I worked from 8 to 5 with no lunch break. On the 4th, I told Hilton it was not very American of me.
Yeah, really.
Actually, it's the most American thing you could do. Productivity, right? So part of your celebration is also what you worked
I'm a
on the 4th of July.
contributor in this economy, man.
Yeah.
I spend money, but then I work on holidays.
So
I do my part.
yeah. Some people won't do it. That's why you get business.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Very creamy.
True.
Light at the moment. Creamy, light. It's almost like a biscuit. And like a sweet biscuit flavor.
Biscuit flavor.
Yes, yeah. It's like a creamy cigar. It's not.
Hilton Kill, also knew as Johnny Bravo in Brazil.
Ah, who said it?
Fabio.
Fala, Fábio. Yeah, he was the only one to call me Johnny Bravo.
Oh, so you know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Miss you guys. We went to university together.
Cool.
I hit him with the.
I saw that you guys went to the park on the 4th.
We did.
How's your first puff? Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's-
Okay, first puff, I'm getting like salty peanut, with a little bit of toffee, like a sweet salty peanut with a little bit of toffee and kind of leathery, like
Nutty.
just the smooth. It's nutty and real smooth, but it's like peanut buttery. Not just nuts, like peanut butter.
Yeah.
Very pronounced peanut with like a little salt.
That's why it's smooth, right?
Like smooth leather.
Mm-hmm.
Smells good.
So far, so good.
The secondhand smoke, it smells good.
Oh, look
Is
at
that
you.
your first Cuban too?
Retro Hair has.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
That's my memory. I'm pretty sure.
I think the taste will develop a little bit as it gets to the thicker part, but Retro Hair, I'm getting exactly the same as the Brasilia. Isn't it funny?
Everything, all roads lead to Brasilia.
Yeah,
It's a good cigar.
in the Retro Hair. So
That cigar has gone up in price tremendously since
yeah.
we started smoking them. So I'm wondering if there's a bunch of puffers and drinkers and talkers out there driving up the market. That's been our favorite cigar for like a year, and it's gone up like almost $5 a stick.
Yes.
Which is probably
Maybe not exactly that much, but something close to that.
No, yeah.
It was surprising.
When we bought the first box, I think we paid about $4 a stick, right?
It might have been under 4, like 375,
$3.75,
something like that.
And then now it's like $7.50.
It's over 7, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
If you buy a box.
Yeah, not just a single stick, yeah. So
Really?
it's gone up for sure, yeah.
Jesus criminy.
What about you?
I feel some liquor, you know, like a fruity liquor, like a shot, little shots.
Yeah.
This is what I'm feeling, because it is dense when you drink this, right? So it doesn't go easily. Do you agree with me? Like with the liquors, you're talking about 45% alcohol in that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So this is how I feel. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad feel. It's just,
It's there.
yeah, okay, I am smoking a cigar. Stop, like
Pungent.
I wouldn't be able to only talk and not appreciate it.
Right.
See, because many cigars, you just talk because it's not so remarkable. But this one, it stays.
It reminds you that you are smoking it.
Yes, stay here because, man,
Don't forget.
yeah, you're here for a good trip.
Did anybody watch the UEFA semifinal?
I haven't seen. I just heard it's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Come on!
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. It's like how the British have been singing since 1966. For many World Cups and for anything, for so many competitions, they haven't won it any since then. So they believe it.
They played well.
It's coming home.
England played really well.
Oh, what was the score?
2-1.
2-1.
They beat the Netherlands.
Last minute of the game, but they were playing much better throughout the whole. Although Netherlands scored like 7 minutes in.
But Kane scored a penalty.
A penalty.
Yeah, and some people were calling it controversial. He was in the box, and then he went for kind of like a sideways swipe at the ball, and the defender had his foot come up all the way, and he ended up like kicking him in the heel of the cleat, and so they called it, and then he got a penalty.
Yeah,
and it was a great penalty kick.
If there is one thing, is that
Keep your feet down.
if you play against England, you know that all the calls like that are be decided in their favor. So you have to be extra careful when you play against England.
Is this similar to F1?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What I would say
I don't
about
want to
the game-
disagree because I haven't been really watching
I'm not
soccer.
familiar.
But
I watch here and there, and when I do, I just get really into it because it's not a sport I watch all the time.
Right.
Uh-huh. But it's a big competition. We're
But I
talking
enjoy
about.
it.
You know how popular it is, right? The finals, the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to even NBA and and the NFL,
Huge
right?
sport.
Because I'm talking about this specific with this competition, right? Just
This cup.
supposed to be the second or third, depending
Most
on how you
watched.
see it. World Cup, of course, then Euro Cup, the Euro Cup. So and then Champions and then Euro Cup. Yeah.
Well, basically, England was kind of controlling the possession for the majority of the game, but they lost possession in the 7th minute. Immediately, Netherlands capitalized on it. They scored.
Wow.
It was a really nice goal.
It's a game of mistakes, man.
And then 11 minutes later, around like 18, 19, that's when the penalty happens, tied up 1-1. Nothing happens again until the last minute of the game, the 90th minute. But the entire time, England's controlling the ball and holding the possession for the majority of the time. But
pushing forwards.
pushing forward, Netherlands playing back. But the few times the Netherlands was on the attack, almost every time you're fearful they're about to score because it was off the side of the post, off the crossbar, really good shots. At any point, it could have changed.
Yeah, I'm checking here the stats. I'm checking the stats here, and there are two balls hit the woodwork.
Yes.
One for each team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also,
I hate when 2 balls hit woodwork. It just
One at a time,
I
please.
just have yeah.
space out the time.
Oh my god! Go for that. I mean, we're in the right room, right? So anyway, I
Not in
could,
front of Grogu.
I could see shots on
I got
target.
Grogu in there. Oh, it's not showing properly.
Shots on target. England had 5 against 2 from the Netherlands. So
Yep.
this is the important statistics here.
And honestly, that's an even like I would say 5-2. Like England was probably holding the ball 65% of that game versus 35% to the Netherlands.
Yeah, 58-42, but then...
That's what it was, 58-42 time of possession?
Yeah.
I think the second half, there was a good time period where Netherlands was, but for the vast
Yeah.
majority...
Like between the
Less.
20th, we have in the warehouse.
I'm trying to grab it. Yeah, it was like maybe between the 60th and 80th or something, that 20-minute span, they were holding it more than they had really all game.
Yeah.
But previously to that, they just weren't really holding on to the
They
ball
measure
very much.
that. They measure that, actually.
But for the time that they were holding it, when they had it, like they were attacking. So it was still a really good game. And then England scored, but they were offsides, so it didn't count. And I thought it was going to go to penalties.
And the goal was actually pretty nice.
It was a nice goal.
And then the third goal, which is the one that counted as the second goal,
Very nice.
it was
Who scored?
properly done. It's,
Kane,
is the number?
No, Kane did score.
The guy
Who
that
scored the first
is
one?
the guy that came in as a substitution.
Watkins.
He came off the bench.
Watkins, yeah.
He was a sub and fresh legs. Fresh legs.
And it was like a nice turn and hit, and like the kick was pretty nice and precise.
Yeah. Well, so the final was against Spain, who beat France yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. I was just going to mention that.
And
France didn't do too well.
It was a golazo.
Yeah, please.
It was a golazo. You know, like how they say, go, like a big goal.
Uh-huh.
Golazo.
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 Perfect, thank you.
The Yamal, a player from Barcelona, 16 years old, the youngest player to ever score in this competition. And he scored a screamer from outside of the area. It was beautiful. No. It was beautiful. And they beat.
Share with me.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Share with me.
And they beat France, Mbappé, France. So France is out. Mbappé, yeah.
So who's playing?
Mbappe.
Mbappé.
As Lando Norris would say.
Yeah.
Who?
Mbappe.
While that's going on in Europe, what's going on in the Americas? I think Argentina and Canada.
Argentina is playing, here, right? So I saw that they won the game, the semifinals. I didn't see what.
Yeah. I think they're going up against Canada. So disappointed in Brazil.
Do they play today?
I think they play today. Today or tomorrow. I
Yeah.
forget when.
The Copa?
Oh, they played yesterday, so probably they're going to have a bigger window.
Copa America.
Yeah, they lost. It was yesterday.
No, they won. So Argentina won.
Yeah, Canada
Oh, they
lost.
beat
Canada
Canada.
lost.
Yeah.
Canada
okay.
lost. That's what I meant. Uruguay and Colombia play at 7
So that's the
Tonight?
semifinal,
tonight. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
semi.
and then it's going to be probably Uruguay versus Argentina.
Colombia looks pretty good too.
I know they do. I mean, especially with the revival of Rodriguez.
Mhm.
He was
Not up there.
he was sensational in 2014. He was the World Cup.
Yeah.
Real Madrid got him in that same year, and then he never actually met the expectations. So now he's probably playing
Not bringing
Brazil.
spices on right
He's
now?
back. He's playing Brazil.
No.
Yeah.
He's back now.
Very smooth.
Yeah.
This thing is just burning.
Man, if Messi wins again, it's gonna be more on the debate for the GOAT and stuff,
Oh,
Because-
he's Messi.
Messi.
Messi is incredible.
Because if he wins this, they're definitely going to win the MLS. Well, they won the MLS tournament last year.
No,
Standing.
the tournament. The
The
tournament.
tournament,
Yeah, the
yeah.
tournament.
The tournament, not
the
the-
MLS competition, right?
Yeah,
So,
Series Cup or
Yeah.
whatever.
But then he
it's
got his
called.
first World Cup.
Yeah.
And then now to go into this
Copa America.
Copa America.
Yeah, he won it too.
So he's got this. They're definitely going to win the MLS thing.
I'm rooting for him.
And you know what?
Yeah, I am too. Messi.
Messi in Argentina.
Yes.
Messi.
Messi. Oh, he's a good player.
He's just
really
a
like the way he
natural.
plays.
Like he just looks like he was meant to play.
And
Like,
you know what? How many players get to this age? And
Everyone.
Nowadays, yes.
seven.
Seven.
Ah, bringing it back.
Yeah, so you know,
I want to see when we do the
too many
podcast
people.
77.
Not too many people can do that, man.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You know, Brady's and Messi's are rare.
Fernando Alonso.
Fernando Alonso, and you know what? I don't know. It's because I don't know if it's because I'm getting old. I'm getting older. Is that
I feel like I could start playing and then play well.
I know. It's the thing is,
Hilton's like, I got that blood
I
in me, guys.
value-
I can do it.
I value
I mean,
longevity. I value longevity today more than I did 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I beat PK.
You got a restored hip. You're ready to go.
I bring the trophy out.
What
You've
is
been
that?
doing marathon, like half marathons and stuff. That's gonna help with longevity. You can get out there and
Yeah,
Play a little bit.
I'm just saying that longevity. I didn't, in the past, I'd say, hey, peak is more important.
you didn't
Blah,
value
blah,
it as
blah.
much.
Yeah. So, but now I think I give more
That's a big
credit
part
to
of the
guys
game.
like LeBron James, and other guys.
No, I
other
agree with
guys,
that.
you know.
Just imagine performing at your best and then taking the proper steps to ensuring that you can keep doing that and keep doing that. There's a reason he's still playing.
And you ruin a generation.
Yeah, no, you
Because
do.
because you're supposed to stop at 30 and then okay, that's my time. No, hold my beer. I still have 7 more years. And then you are 30 and you haven't won anything because this guy won it.
I would argue it's a little bit of the age that we live in, though, with technology. There's cryotherapy, infrared sun, like all the things that we have technologically.
Cold plunges and stuff.
People didn't know that back then. And they didn't spend $1 million a year on their body and therapy and
They would
whatnot.
smoke 3 cigars a day like Michael Jordan last year.
Well, that's impressive. Imagine being Michael Jordan, doing everything
Yeah.
he did.
Exactly, right? So
Or, imagine doing all of that and you eat McDonald's every day and you smoke 3 cigars a day. Like, that's the GOAT, He doesn't need all this extra pampering and taking care of his body. He did all of that not taking care of his body.
exactly.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So Rodman, he was 38. 38 years old, and then Jordan, he ran away to Las Vegas,
The Don.
and then they were crazy. They would punish them. No. Let him play. I know what I'm doing. So Jordan went there, pick him back,
Yeah.
and then it's okay. Let's play now. This
Pull
guy
up your
was
pants.
Let me
sober
see.
up. Get back.
Take the dress off.
Yeah.
38 years old.
This cigar is getting sweeter. Interesting.
I'm getting a hint of like a toasted bread with a little bit of butter on it, but it still has that like nuttiness.
Jesus. God damn, these Cuban cigars sound amazing.
No, I'm not kidding. I don't know if you can smell it or not. Like it's just very like neutral and smooth, but it's like this savory flavor. It's like salty toasted bread with like butter on it.
It's like almost you can
Yeah.
eat it.
No, I mean it's just this
Start out
really.
with peanut butter.
Yeah.
And there's still like it's not necessarily like peanut butter anymore. It's still like nutty, like a nutty tone,
Yeah.
but it's more of an undertone. And right now it's just like this neutral salted butter bread, like toasted bread, that really good. Leather isn't really the flavor; it's just like the smoothness of it.
Right.
It just has this an aroma.
Yeah,
of
that
kind of leather.
velvety thing that when
Yeah.
you feel in the smoke.
Yeah.
It almost feels like the inner, like the compaction of the leaves isn't super compacted and dense because it's just pulling air through. Like the draw is wide open.
Well, Hilton.
No,
Hilton's only.
mine is compact.
Yeah, Hilton only smoked this much.
I'm almost.
Well, but that's the thicker part of the cigar. So.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah,
That is,
I'd
I
say
think it
it's-
loosens up.
That one is a 54 and this is a 57.
Yeah. Why don't you flex on them? Let them know.
You know, what I just realized if Terminators ever do start taking over the world, I'm sure George would be okay. They'd recognize him as like half of their own.
He's bionic.
He is bionic, so they'd be like, "All right, George, you get to live," but the rest of us, they would.
What do you
Get out of here! You're gonna be our slaves now.
It's
What do you
like
think
that.
I've done this?
Yeah,
What do you think I've done? Man, this is the only answer.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like the movie Home, that the cat was stuck in the girl's head. You know, the cartoonish kind of.
Oh yes, with the
home.
yes.
And then they came to, and they thought, it's not a human because it has a cat on top. And then they left the girl, and then that was the quest, right? The girl's trying to find my mom, and then the alien was trying to help the girl finding my mom.
Yeah.
So they went on a quest of finding my mom. But they say, stop saying my mom. It's not your mom. It's my mom.
It's my mom. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to find my mom. So
That was a good movie. I liked
it's a
it.
really good movie.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
When you have kids, you'll watch
Yes. Yeah.
Home?
it. Yeah.
Home.
Is that a cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the list of movies per year. You know, like when it came out. You know, like. Cause, you're gonna watch it like again and again and again and again, right?
It's like a Disney movie?
Yeah.
When did that come out? I don't know.
It's on
It's
Netflix.
been a while. Yeah. It's on Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
Why have I never heard of that one?
Rihanna is the voice of the girl, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Sheldon is the
Sheldon
voice
is
of the alien.
is the alien. Yeah.
Oh,
Who's Sheldon?
Yeah.
Well, the
Oh,
Big
from
Bang-
Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang
Yeah.
Theory. Yeah.
I never even heard of that one.
It's actually a
Pull
really
it up. Pull it up. It's
I've seen
it's a good
Up.
cartoon.
it's neat. It's neat.
Yeah.
Home.
It's funny that the character.
Oh, yeah.
The
Not
char-
Home Depot.
the
I didn't
char-
put it in
the
Depot.
character's name is so strong that we all know the character, but we don't know
That
the
one.
guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I never,
So,
I never
this-
heard of that even.
This is a home. The movie. It's
That's Rihanna's character?
that's Rihanna's character, and then and the music. It's pretty nice.
It is.
The
Yep.
entire movie. It's
That face reminds me of the Fish movie that Will Smith's in. What's the name of that one?
Fish movie.
It's a cartoon.
Oh yes. I know
Will
it.
Smith?
Yeah, he voices it.
Yeah, he voices
Oh.
the
Shark Tale, wasn't it? Shark
Shark,
Tale?
Shark-
Fishtails? Is it Shark Tale?
I don't know.
Shark Bait, ooh ha ha. Could be Shark Tales. Yeah, it is Shark. It's Shark Tale.
Shark Tale.
But look at the eyes. Shark.
Similar eyes.
Yeah.
Similar artist, yeah.
Maybe
That
it's-
was Will Smith's character. That's a good movie that I remember from my childhood.
Yeah, I watched that one. I just didn't remember.
I think they're
much.
both made from DreamWorks, so it makes sense that they both have.
Yeah,
eye,
similar.
because
Same
Like,
eyes.
they are both DreamWorks.
Which
Copy
movie?
and
What
paste.
kind of children's movies did you see at your age?
Oh.
You said this one, right?
Blue Lagoon.
Lion King had come out.
Lion King, yes.
Barney,
Narnia.
I was like a middle schooler, I think, when the Chronicles of Narnia came out. Really good.
In the 2000s.
Yeah, Bridge to Terabithia. I wasn't really like a kid at that point. So, cartoons, what had come out? That was like Shrek.
Well-
DreamWorks, so it would have been like Shrek and
Me as a kid,
Right,
it's
yeah.
it's just cartoon on TV, and then movies like the one with the cops. What's the name in English? I don't
The
know.
one with the cops?
Cops.
Is it Cops?
Bad Boys.
No, it's the one that the guy he does sounds with his mouth, and then
Police Academy.
Police
Police
Academy.
Academy.
Yeah.
Never seen it. I took a puff
It's
that
funny.
I just took a puff that tasted exactly like a spoonful of peanut butter.
Oh wow.
Like identical to a spoonful, I swear. Peanut butter.
God dang.
I've got some peanut butter here.
Oh! Look at that. You can put it on
Do you want
top
to
of that.
compare?
I don't want it to overflow the pack.
Right, exactly.
I haven't even had a bite of the peanuts yet either. 'Cause I feel
Oh.
like it would just.
Yeah. It's
Peanut butter.
possibly influence.
I've never gotten
Yeah.
peanut butter in a cigar before either.
I've never either.
One day I had you had bread with butter, right? You
Yeah,
just
I-
had it, and I
just
had
had
that
that.
before. Remember that I talked
just
about
had
the
that.
review that we did?
I
And
ate some shrimp and I'm scratching. I'm all scratching.
Are you allergic?
Itchy. I don't know.
You do look kind of red in the face, to be honest.
Your
yeah,
neck even.
yeah, your neck.
You look like you have some hives popping.
No, we're being serious.
No,
I'm- Are you don't know if you're allergic or not?
I don't know.
You can
Might
breathe,
be.
right? You're not having
Go and
any
have a look
difficulty
and
breathing.
go and have a look in the mirror.
Does your throat feel like swollen or anything? You feel okay?
No, not
Okay.
so far. But like, man, it's I mean,
Itchy.
Yeah.
Itchy.
wow.
Yeah,
Go and have a look.
you might need to get something.
Some cream. Or like an antihistamine or something, which you have to go to a doctor about.
Benadryl.
Let me eat these to see if.
I freaking love this.
Yeah, my girls, they just love this thing.
These things are
It's
so
addicting.
addicting.
Yeah.
What is the name of these?
Seaweed.
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 50% sea, 50% weed. SpongeBob.
100% delicious.
I'm gonna fold it.
Like from an episode of SpongeBob, Plankton was trying to get the Krabby Patty recipe, and they were like breaking down ingredients. He put seaweed in it, and his little like computer
It tastes like
read the components.
it tastes like crabs. You know?
50% sea,
It tastes like
50% weed.
Did they put him
It's
in there?
seafood.
99% evil, 1% air.
Yeah,
hot-
some bullshit
hot
like
gas.
that. Yeah. I remember the SpongeBob movie. I went and saw that with my dad with David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, yeah.
What was? I mean, there was a movie called Super Máquina in Portuguese, which is that black car that
Knight Rider?
It could be Knight Rider. No, because he
That's
was
gotta be different. Super Machina would be like Super Machine or something.
Yeah, and well, it's because the way they translated, the names in Portuguese. But
The only black car.
and it has the lights going like.
That's Knight Rider.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Knight Rider?
the only
Okay.
black car that stands out to me as like significant would be Knight Rider.
And I forget what the car is. God dang it.
Yeah, it was exactly that one.
Is that
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a Trans Am.
KITT? It is a Trans Am.
Yeah.
Kit.
Man, I love that
David
TV show.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah, I loved that TV show, man.
That was a good TV show.
Did you ever watch Inspector Gadget?
The cartoon? Yeah, all the time.
That was
Yeah.
one from my childhood too.
I loved Inspector Gadget.
And then what about that? I don't know. I mean, in Portuguese, the translation was crazy race.
Speed Racer.
Oh yeah,
Speed
yeah, that
Racer
was
with
huge.
yeah,
So they translated to crazy race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And had the guy that always wanted to cheat,
Yeah.
right? And then he didn't need to because he was always like ahead to put like a bait or something.
Yeah.
And then he would fall behind so that the other drivers would fall. So like, just
doing?
go and win, man.
Win the race.
It's just there. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
The finish line is just there. Just cross it. Come on.
Yeah.
But it was
And people
funny.
screaming at the TV like, "Finish the race!
Yeah.
What are you doing?"
Let me turn around and set this booby trap. So I can win. Just put your toe across the line. You're right,
You're right
there. Come on.
Sneeze.
Funny, man. Really funny.
Yeah.
There is no logic in cartoons, right? And
No.
so that's what makes it very, very interesting, you know. Because-
Tom and Jerry, classic.
You know, my brother has, I believe he has HBO Max, and on HBO Max you can watch the old Looney Tunes with Bugs Bunny
You
and
can.
stuff.
Yep.
And I forgot how funny. I mean, legitimately, like crying, laughing
Oh,
so
they're there.
hard. They are the Looney Tunes, and they say like 5 words the whole cartoon, but like their interactions and actions that they're doing between the characters is just so funny, and it's good
I haven't seen it in a
entertainment.
long time. I always see that though, because you can browse HBO by like channels like that.
Yeah.
They've got anime stuff on there, Looney Tunes. I don't know if it's called Crunchyroll. There's some other type of
Yeah.
something on, but I always see it. I never have watched it, but that would probably be a good trip down memory lane.
Yeah, just like a couple episodes.
Yeah, a little nostalgic.
Yeah.
Good cigar?
Very good cigar.
Hilton, are you watching The Alkalite on...
No, not yet.
I've heard nothing but terrible things about it.
No,
What is that?
I only heard that the last episode was kind of bad. It was good up until the 6th episode, something like that.
What's Alkalite?
Something that's on TV.
It's a Disney Plus Star Wars
Oh,
show.
okay, it's a Star Wars.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Disney.
It's a spin-off away from the away from the
Mandalorian?
No,
Before The Mandalorian.
yes, but it's away from the family,
Yes.
you know, the Skywalker, family.
It's basically Jedis and Sith, but like way
Oh,
yeah.
basically
Conceptually, that sounds cool.
Yeah, but the thing is, people are saying that Sith didn't exist at that time, so that's like a little bit of like going off canon.
Yeah, different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because apparently, I think the first Sith was, what's his name?
Lord Bane or something like that. I
Push
don't
all the
know.
way in, John.
Gotta ask Siri.
Just ask the Muse to send me some medicine here. Because I can see like
Yeah,
whatever-
you're breaking
Yeah.
out in
Yeah.
hives.
yeah.
As long as you can breathe, as soon as it starts becoming difficult for you to breathe, you need to get some antihistamine or
If the Muse said that
Yeah, that's when it's
she's sending a,
Benadryl. Maybe it would be good. Yeah.
it just itches,
yeah.
but yeah. So
I need to open the door then,
Carter,
because if somebody
to Star
comes
Wars
in and walks
Legends.
yes.
The first Sith was a former Jedi
in, did you get a
master,
glass for you or not?
Ajunta
I
Paul,
just got here.
who became a so-called Dark Jedi or Fallen Jedi.
Let me open the door so that when they...
Never heard of
Man,
him.
it's like the first time I've been eating shrimp. Maybe not the real ones, or maybe that's a specific kind of shrimp because I've never had this in my
Where'd
life.
you get it from?
The nearest butter is like a super duper motherfucker.
Like big
you know,
shrimps?
like- yeah, it's like big ones, and
Oh,
so I don't know.
I friggin' love shrimp.
I don't
I
know.
do too.
Please, I just put them.
All kinds.
I eat like 20 of them, and salad.
Was it like cold, like cocktail style shrimp?
Cocktail style.
I love
That could be it. Raw-ish.
I love
Those are-
shrimp cocktail,
Man, like,
coconut crusted shrimp everything.
and it's a snack.
Barbecue.
It is.
It is a
yeah,
snack,
barbecue
you know,
on
just-
skewers.
Because I can see it in my stomach. It didn't
It didn't say
go
right.
well, and then of course the body probably reacted to that.
Yeah. Trap it down with some seaweed.
Yeah.
Probably the body's like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah. You're treating me so
No.
well for so long. You know what you're doing.
That is a thing, though. You eat really well for a while, like then you go and eat like pizza or something. You feel like shit, dog shit.
Look, it's good, but you gotta think about the momentary pleasure
Mm-hmm.
versus
A little bit of mouth pleasure for feeling
you
like
know,
shit.
like,
It's
yeah.
not worth
So,
it.
but the thing is, we don't think this way, right? Like we want the
You want
moment,
to cut
you
that
know,
end
like-
off, like
Yeah,
a little bit off.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This guy's good.
Listen, I see you puffing over there and you're just shaking your head like a little kid. Like,
Yeah.
It's good. It's not because
we're gonna.
it's Cuban or something like that. No. It's
just
well
a good-
made.
it's
You
just
know,
a
it's
good
properly.
cigar.
It's good. It's been developing. You know, the taste in a way that I haven't experienced. Before, but it's a light cigar. I mean, to me, I
Right.
think people would consider it like a medium.
I think that's what it said on online it was a medium flavored cigar, right?
Yeah,
Strength,
medium strength, body wise, probably around the same.
What does it say that it tastes like?
Walnut, raw almond, and sweet marzipan.
Explain to me marzipan, please.
Marzipan is like, I want to say like confection
It has a
sugar
little bit of a nutty.
made into like a butter. I'll look it up.
Oh, okay.
It has a little bit of a nutty taste to it. I can't really say that it's almond or something like that, but it is sweet and then it's creamy.
Palmetto.
It's creamy and it's very nice.
Marzipan,
That's
light,
awesome.
candy-like mixture made by mixing finely ground almonds with sugar, corn syrup, and egg white.
Oh, I'll be damned.
I'm used to seeing it kind of like, looks like butter almost here, but looks more like a sugar cookie.
Yeah.
Shortbread. Interesting. I bet Dave would love that cigar if it has some type of almond flavor. He loves like amaretto stuff. Marzipan. He'd like that.
The ash is holding out.
Oh yeah.
That's when you know it's a tightly rolled cigar. When the ash
Especially
is
when it's
still-
only one, you know,
It is.
inside.
Yeah.
They have like most.
It doesn't have like a
they are divided
free
in
flow
4 or
like
5
you're saying
parts.
that you
Yeah.
also have.
But the good ones is only one.
I'm tapping
tobacco.
mine and I'm getting it to
That's
fall,
why
but I think
burn
if I like
fat
tried
longer.
to keep
Yeah.
it on, it would.
No, that one-
But if you
look at that.
just like squeeze
Just went off.
this
just
top right
tapping.
here, just under.
Very,
There's
very
a
soft.
lot of. It's very soft. It's not dense at all. So I feel like you could smoke this guy. You could probably smoke this guy if you're trying in like
Well, this is
40
not.
minutes maybe.
It's not too far either, but you know, towards the end, it's where it's tight.
Well, how long have we been podcasting for?
40 minutes.
40
And
minutes.
that's how far you've gotten.
But
so-
I was saying if you tried it, you could be done with it in 40.
right,
Do that over there,
right.
and do that over here.
At the bottom.
Yeah. So that's where it's
Do it
tight.
at the bottom of mine.
No, it's very it's very free flow.
Yeah.
I think that one probably is it's
just
below,
not
it's below
tightly.
60. You know, on the
Girth scale, hardness scale.
no on the airflow
Scale.
because they say that it has to be between 60 and 80. And I think that one it would be a little bit too loose for some people. They'll do like a punch instead.
Oh, really? So instead of cutting off the end, they'll just do a punch. Oh, interesting.
I regret nothing. I'm happy with my decision.
Good. I was actually surprised you didn't go with the V cut.
I got this recently from my stepdad, and it came with a cutter, so I decided to use it.
That is
Really,
actually
It's
really
working
cool.
really nicely.
Really, it's ostrich leather.
I'm gonna say that was
I don't know.
alligator.
Man,
It looks alligator, but I
man,
mean,
Let me see.
it's probably not real.
man, they're toys.
Looks
Yeah.
like it's faux alligator,
Oh, yeah.
but the cutter is really good quality. I've already used it a couple times,
It is not ostrich.
and I closed it around a cigar and kind of just twisted it instead of cutting, and it just pulled just sliced the cap and just pulled it off, like cut it. It's a very, very sharp cutter.
Cool.
So I've been using that, but I am normally a V cut fan.
Yeah, that's why
I enjoy a good V or a punch. I like them all. I went for a straight.
They're very
30 minutes in here.
What the
Yeah.
thing?
You have water and stuff. You doing okay?
Yeah, just the stomach. Also, could probably the stomach is where all the whole reaction happened, you know.
Yeah.
But well, I will tell you something. It's the first time in my life that I'm truly holding my itches. Like I'm not, like my whole body now is like.
The thing with hives too is something about it. Like the more you scratch, they spread.
That's
and spread
right.
and
That's
spread.
right.
Yeah.
So that's what I was told. So I've been trying to.
It's tough.
In the head is very hard. Think about like hold my body here, not all my body, but most of the body. You feel like stretching the whole thing,
Yeah.
and you're just holding.
It's tough. Sorry, man.
And I'll tell you,
It sucks.
it's because the feeling when you have this is that you have to scratch, but you can hold. You
It's
can
a
hold,
reaction,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's your body wanting you to fulfill a need, but you can definitely get away with not because you already know it's going to make it worse. So
Exactly. Yeah. But
it's tough.
look, what do you do? Like tie my hands and everything, just put in there.
It's kinky.
You can wear some gloves. I think I have some gloves in here.
No, but that's not the thing is that when you scratch.
I found some gloves.
Mitts.
I found some gloves. You know, I was cleaning up my desk because I have like a desk.
But that's not the
Things
point
you
now.
find.
Do you know what the point is? I know that I won't be able to avoid every attack I have here.
You have to abstain.
Yeah, so I have to actually choose. No. There, no, not here. I know what the problem is going to be, so I have to choose.
You know.
Choose your battle.
Exactly. I have to choose. Okay, I lost this soldier here. It's fine, but not down there.
Let him be.
Like it's the worst. But
Now that I remember you saying this, my brother went to what's that sushi place in Austin where it's the revolving sushi?
There's a couple different ones, but
North of Austin,
something
like
robot, something. I went to one that's what part of Austin? Because there's one South Austin.
No, not South Austin. It's off
north,
of 183.
it's with a K or something like that.
As soon as you type it in, I'm gonna be like, God.
Close to the sky place that you can do like the fly.
No.
uptown.
Kura.
Kura.
My brother had albacore, I think it was, or clam. He had clam. As soon as he swallowed it, he broke out just like you in hives, and he had to go to the doctor, and they gave him antihistamines because he was like, I feel horrendous right now.
Yeah, certain, especially raw, like shellfish and stuff,
Yeah.
but you just never know. Like, I've gotten real like sick off oysters before, like shucking oysters. Like you just never know. We're not right by the ocean, so you never know how fresh things are. Usually shrimp, though, it's okay. Like I wouldn't think it's bad quality. You probably just had like a acidic reaction or something.
I
so who
really
knows?
don't. I've never had this.
What did you add to your tea? And what time did you have the shrimp?
An hour ago, 90 minutes ago.
So just before coming.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, 2 hours ago, maximum. Was like 4? Yeah, so 4:30.
A little while. Isn't it this thing?
What?
I really hope
No, I
that
didn't eat that, and I didn't drink this. I'm sure, man.
I hadn't even had any of it.
I'm 100%. It's the because I
Sure.
felt when the podcast just started, I was like, oh no.
I really hope that someone's not watching this and being like, hey, you idiots, he needs a doctor right now. He's going to die on your podcast. And we're just like, oh, yeah, George, just wait. Just wait for the medicine.
I'm just-
Ignorant motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I'm just concerned about breathing and the
Well,
tongue.
that's why I was thinking, like, if
And
you
that's
start
what I
to
was
feel it swell, then maybe go to like.
But one of the reasons is
something.
because this part is the one that it's, that itches the most.
Itches the most.
So you go there and you do it, and then of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what can I say?
That's bad.
Cold shower might help
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah. The medicine is gonna be here in 25 minutes. But the miss said is better than going anywhere, or she brings me here, or I try to drive home.
Yeah,
It's just the
I
same
think
thing.
so.
It's a shot in the butt.
She's bringing or she's sending?
Someone is delivering here. Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah, that is fast.
But you,
That's faster than going to like an urgent care.
oh
Having, like,
yeah.
$1,000
No, that's
bill.
just if you start
Just
like
the form takes 30 minutes.
Yeah,
swelling up
exactly.
and then you
Yes.
can't breathe. Then
She
I would
said
say
that, yeah.
go to urgent care.
You know,
But don't wait, and obviously, till you can't breathe.
Man, I told her like she was desperate,
Yeah.
so I have to. Hey, come on, no, it's fine. What's happening? Is your tongue swelling? We need to get some meds. I can send from delivery to you. Then send everything that can happen. If you see anything regarding breathing, tongue swelling, you need to go to emergency immediately. Just like.
Tell her to watch the podcast to see how you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm putting the order right now.
Yeah.
Tune in live, Puff Drink Talk.
With the cream as well. Oh, there's a cream.
Put the lotion on the
So you
skin.
can take it. Okay, tablets. Yeah.
On the thing that you drink, it's better, right? On syrup form, it's better than tablets, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Sometimes they have like, well, it depends on what they're bringing. Some is like dissolvable tablets, syrup
Okay.
maybe could coat it and stuff, but it depends. Like if you're swelling, then I don't know if putting like a
I think the time.
viscous liquid would be good.
I think the time difference is going to be minimal. You're talking 1 to 2 minutes difference for your body to digest
Yeah.
a tablet
I also-
as opposed to a liquid.
And I think
Okay.
if
You
you're
know.
dying, it makes total difference. But in this case,
Right.
it's not dying. You know, it's just
Yeah.
that you know.
If you're dying, it's going straight into the veins, so
Yeah.
your body can get in.
I think
and
if
stuff
it's
like
like around like 2 hours, like if it was something extreme, I think you'd be experiencing it a little bit more. All right, now this is also, I'm not a doctor, so this is
yes,
my ignorance. I'm not 100% sure. I just think if it was like an extreme allergic reaction, you would have like worse symptoms in like your actual mouth, and
yeah, the stomach is the worst.
hopefully that's
Yeah.
the case.
Do you feel an urge to drink water at all?
No, it's okay. Like, it's just that the itch, just the itch and the stomach. Those are. I know my face is hot. You know,
Firecracker.
you feel everything.
So
Yeah.
you get a firecracker?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink a lot of water.
No?
I don't know what I'm getting, but it's not firecracker, but there's something.
Let me smell this. I feel not firecracker. Almost got like a weed smell to it.
It could be.
All right.
It smells good though.
What about Formula One? You guys didn't watch, or you watched it?
I watched it. I just
didn't-
wasn't with you.
I was
In Silverstone, Spock, he was like,
Your pro sticker,
What happened?
it just rubs off over time.
Okay.
got a new one if you guys want.
Very insistent.
Spock said like, Hilton, you predicted it. That would be a good race, and it was like thrilling from beginning to the end. Like the race.
Silverstone has been a good one for the past 3-5 years. It's always a
every
good one.
time, you know, races
Really
that
great.
are always good. Silverstone, Brazil, always good. And there's another one.
Is the Belgian Grand Prix usually
The
a good
Belgium,
one?
yeah, Spa.
Spa.
Tell them who predicted
Jeremy
the
Clarkson.
winner for the past.
No, yeah, he
For the
arrived.
past 3 races.
He
Well, I go to different shirts.
yeah, the day that Lando Norris won, he was on an orange shirt,
You're
and
in the
then he
papaya.
was on a
Blue, dark blue.
yeah, on a
From BR and
yes, and then the last race he was on a green, kind
Like
of like,
Mercedes.
yes,
yeah, Mercedes color.
I called
Jeremy
before.
Clarkson predicted he's like it's gonna be one of these old boys.
Yeah,
They're
if it
gonna let
rains, it's good because then Alonso or Hamilton can win.
I have to say, this year of Formula One has turned out to be really exciting. Just the fact it's not lopsided. Like, yeah, Verstappen is number 1.
5 winners so far.
5 different
6
winners.
now, I think, right?
No, five.
I thought Hamilton made 6.
No, Piastri didn't win. Leclerc, Verstappen, Norris,
Signs.
Sainz, and Hamilton.
Yeah. But no, it's turned out to be really.
And George Russell.
And Russell.
Or did you
No,
say George?
Sainz didn't win then.
Yes, he did.
He did
He
not.
won. He won
Sainz
Australia.
won
Russell didn't win.
Monaco.
Yes, I thought Russell did win. He didn't win.
No, he did. Yeah, but yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It was 5. I'm pretty sure Russell made 6.
So now it's 6. Okay.
So 2 Mercedes, 2 Ferraris,
Only one Ferrari won. So
No, 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes,
one Red Bull,
1 Red Bull, and 1 McLaren.
one McLaren.
6.
so
And-
4 different,
Four different teams.
Teams.
As
and
of
more.
right now, the best car is McLaren. They're the cars to beat.
Really?
Yeah.
They looked
It's just-
so. They should have won that race if not for mistakes. They looked so good.
Do you
in the
remember what I
way.
told you?
I
That
think Verstappen is a very good driver. so-
Verstappen would. Do you remember that? Like he was, I think he was 4th, and then he went to 5th.
And then he came back.
And I told you, man,
That last stretch
he's
he
doing
pushed
it. Yeah, exactly.
hard on
Exactly.
hards. But I think that is why there's so much pressure right now on Checo, because they are not a shoo-in for this constructors title.
And there is technically a clause in the contract if he gets less than 100 points than Max Verstappen.
He has to. So there's only 2 more races left for the clause. So by Spa, he has to be within. It's like one or the other. He has to be within 100 points, which
he won't be because
it won't happen.
He is already under that number, and he would have to beat Verstappen like first and Verstappen second.
In 2 races.
Twice, yeah.
He would have to finish ahead of Verstappen in both of these races. He's 18 behind.
I think it's going to be hard for any of this.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then he can't be more than 5 places behind. And right now he is 5 places behind because Verstappen's first in the championship and he's 6th.
Yes.
And George Russell is behind him 8 points or 7 points. And Lewis Hamilton is behind him 8 points. And there's 2 races to go. So if they finish ahead of him, that's 2 people that have the opportunity to drop him potentially 2 places, 1 or 2. So
yeah, and I think they have a good chance to do that.
I think they have a good chance because he just hasn't been performing well. So he is in trouble. And then there are some clauses where they want to see more performance out of Ricciardo, but for whatever, Daniel Ricciardo is the front leader. When you sent that in, I was skeptical, not from you, just like everything that I've seen. It's been a bunch of people talking poorly about Daniel Ricciardo. He needs to retire. But then you start reading into it, and there's a really good shot that he could replace him. It could be him. It could be Liam Lawson if Daniel doesn't perform. I didn't see his particular clause. It was Checo's clauses that were leaked. And it's getting close. So we have this 3-week break, and the next 2 races are crucial for him.
Think about the pressure under this guy now.
Yeah. And sometimes people
Don't fuck up or you're done.
pressure makes diamonds, man. He either
That is true.
performs or he's gonna fold under the pressure. I
And
don't
you're
know.
gonna be remembered. You remember when he had his life in line? Look what he did.
Spa's gonna be a tough race. It's usually at least a third of the track's gonna be wet, almost at all times.
Normally Spa always rains.
Yep.
So
Spa-Francorchamps.
yeah, I see Norris.
McLaren's done great. They looked great in the rain. They just had poor strategy. Mercedes looked pretty good in the rain. Obviously they won. If George Russell didn't have that water pressure issue and not finish the race, Checo would have already dropped into 7th place.
Yep.
From 6th, he'd already be outside of the clause terms. So we'll see.
So what's the next race?
In the last 5 races, Nico
weeks from now.
Hülkenberg scored more points than Checo. And Checo is driving a Red Bull.
Yeah, Hülkenberg and Haas has scored more
that's
points in the
right.
last 5 races. Let's see. Spa is not next, it's the one after the next. So we just had Britain. Oh, Hungary. So that's what it is. It's the Hungaroring and then Spa.
The 21st.
Okay.
The 21st. Hungary.
Yeah. So it is the summer break.
It's only 3 weeks.
Yeah, for Formula 1, they are not allowed to do any work at all. It's like everybody has to go on vacation. So
And then after this break to Hungaroring, this is where everybody's going to have all of their upgrades brought in, basically.
no, they already brought
So
upgrades.
they're already in.
They brought put it up a bit. They brought upgrades for Austria, and like Ferrari brought upgrades in Austria, and it didn't work. So Leclerc kept the upgrades, and Sainz. That's why Sainz did better. He removed all the upgrades and he went with the older car.
So there's no more coming to Hungary?
So no, because they're not allowed to work. So unless they already done something, but they already delivered the upgrades. Because now what they'll be doing, like they're not going to be working, but they will be at home, of course, sketching things up.
So we're expecting some high performance from McLaren.
Next upgrade is going to be Italy.
Okay.
Maybe the Netherlands, but it's more likely to be Italy.
And then when is Circuits of the Americas? Is that September 18th and 20th?
I think it's October and COTA, October 18th. And then Las Vegas is November.
Yep.
So it stays in the Americas for a little while. So
Sao
4
Paulo
races,
is
because it comes
beginning
back
of-
to Vegas.
Right after. Yeah.
gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Singapore is always a fun one just because it's so hot.
Yes, they lose like 4 kilos, like what, 10 pounds, 9 pounds,
Yeah.
9.5 pounds per
So-
It's
race.
incredible.
In September. Jesus.
How many
Yeah.
races are in the Middle East?
In the Middle East, we
3 or
have
4
Qatar, Abu Dhabi,
in the first ones.
Azerbaijan, which they haven't done yet, so that's 3. And then there was Bahrain,
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi, so 5.
So it's the two first ones is there, and the 2 last ones also are there.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing Vegas
Wow.
and Texas in the fall just because it's so hot here, you know? Like they're trying to mitigate it as much as they can. But
But you see that?
Yeah.
Miami in May, I bet the weather was kind of nice.
They had
It was nice. It was
they
good
had
weather.
0 30 years ago.
In the Middle East?
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in the Middle East, though.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing a good job of kind of spreading the
is
field
there anything that promotes more the imaginary of a fast car than a Formula One? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if you think about
I really think a lot of
Speed.
the Formula One technology ends
Yes.
up getting into drivable cars.
Supercars
Yes.
and hypercars, and they
Yeah.
try to take from it. Yeah.
So conventional cars,
Yeah.
is an
Yeah.
Well, over the
institutional
years, I bet
is an institutional
heavily influenced.
active suspension.
sport is an institutional sport for the oil
What about that
company for the oil
Magnet
company. When you
ride
see
and,
they can't
the
stop that.
Corvettes?
This is a way to promote
never been an
fast
F1, I
car.
don't think, but-
People get in love with cars, and then they
Big
try to
Gentry's
reproduce what
Corvette
they
or
have.
whatever.
You know, like as you mentioned.
Yeah.
So
That's
I think
something that like I don't
that's
think
a
they from
sport-
F1, but like I wonder if that would ever have a place in a sport like
it
that.
speaks for the oil industry.
More for
you know?
smooth
Yeah.
than it's
Oil,
for
cars,
Car, you know, exactly. So
That industry.
there's so when you're talking about trillions. That's why Formula One tends to grow more than other sports, even in other sports.
I
would
was
say.
watching a video today of I can't remember the name of the driver, but it was the RB1 compared to the RB20. So 20 years of Red Bull
David
racing.
Coulthard.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
And the car
like
was
crazy.
1.5 meters shorter
It looks like a tiny car.
and 0.3 meters
Really?
more narrow. When you put them next to each other, it looks like a tiny car. It's
20 years apart.
200 kilograms lighter with a V10. And it gets
Yeah, the
absolutely
old car.
smoked by the new one. Bigger,
Well,
heavier.
it was on the rain.
It wouldn't. It doesn't. You think that? I think with the aero and everything else, if you
If
put
they-
Verstappen in both cars to do his fastest
Yeah,
lap
it
on
would
a dry
have.
track,
It would have to be
RB20
the
is
same
going to
driver.
still win that.
I think so, because you have more. Look, Formula
feeling.
One.
Downforce and the
Formula One is
effort.
all about how fast you can take a corner. So the bigger the car, on a fast corner, more aerodynamics you have to play with
yeah,
in order to make the corner, right?
air friction and
Exactly.
yeah.
So so a larger car, a bigger car, will always make it better.
With the smaller, they're changing the engine and stuff too, though. You know, drivetrain. It's not a V10.
Yeah, but I think
suspension too, man.
All
Like,
of
the
it.
cars don't, simply don't move.
Fine,
you know?
yeah, no, but-
you don't feel it.
final end of the straight speed, potentially the V10 would be a little bit more, even though they get in to the straight line.
They've
with
had a
more
few
speed.
years of playing with that now, of like extreme downforce and causing all the porpoising. That was like what started the downfall of Mercedes. The car was just bouncing, so it's like they're manipulating so much stuff that they went in a wrong direction. And then
But
you
that's
have
what happened to Ferrari. It was bouncing.
Adrian Newey.
This year or
Now,
No,
yeah,
right-
the last
right
upgrade.
now, yeah.
The last upgrade, yeah.
But that's what Mercedes went through with their last stint, like from 2021 on, where they're just now getting back to what everyone has known them for the past 12 years prior, you know? Going back from 2020 prior, you know?
right.
All of Hamilton's championships. But I think, to your point, it's so much more exciting to watch as a consumer and a fan when you see McLaren performing well, Red Bull performing well. Ferrari did well, now they're dropping off. Mercedes is kind of filling that void, but you've got three teams really fighting for it.
Yeah.
Instead of last year, it was just Verstappen. He won 19 of 21 races.
Yeah.
The talks are now, after the upgrades, the talks are first car McLaren, second car Mercedes, and third car Red Bull.
Red Bull?
Really?
That's
And then
interesting. And
Red
then you have
Bull
the whole
makes-
second
then
half of the
Verstappen
season left.
makes up as a
That
better
shakes things up.
driver. You know,
Italy is going to be a lot of upgrades and some small upgrades before.
So Italy, is that usually like high speeds? I mean, you have little
Yes.
spots where you have to slow down,
It's
but
a
they're
boost.
high speed
It's
corners until you
it's
turn
a
around.
boot.
There's
Like,
nothing technical
The
about it.
form,
But I
boot.
think the racers probably enjoy that because it's just pushing.
It's high speed. You know, there was a certain point that the highest speed in Imola, I think, is it Monza?
This is Is it
It's
Monza?
Imola?
This is Premio. Is this Monza? Because the other one is they already did
Yes.
Imola
Yeah, so it's Monza.
or Emilia, whatever it is.
No, the highest speed on that track
Yeah,
is
Emilia
about
Romagna.
371
kilometers an hour.
kilometers an hour.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
fucking insane.
Speak American to me.
200, more than 200 miles.
What in
120
Vegas? It's a street circuit, but it looks like a big box.
miles.
But it's a lot of, it's very
That's
bumpy.
where it's super bumpy. That's where Checo is supposed to shine, is in street circuits. But out of that's an interesting thing to ask. The first 12 races, how many were like street circuits?
Just one, Miami.
Monaco.
Checo is not really shining on any circuit right
You have
now.
Monaco, you have Miami. Are all of these actual tracks, or are they any of these other ones street circuits? Australia is a track.
Australia's a
remember.
track, yes. Miami is street race.
Miami, that's a track.
Monaco.
Monaco.
Man, let me
Kansas,
That's it,
Spain.
that's it.
2. So he hasn't had a lot of time to
But,
do street circuit.
What position did he finish on those two?
Probably not. I don't remember. I don't
Was
remember.
it the
Another-
only 2 races that he scored points?
It might not be. I don't know. Look, China podium, Japan podium, Saudi podium, Bahrain podium.
It was second, yeah.
So
Beginning
the
of the
first,
year he was doing right.
4, 5 races he did good, and then he just started really dropping off in performance.
From Miami.
But yeah, he was nowhere to be seen. Monaco, he crashed. He didn't even finish Monaco. He might have done better in that race. He got racing incident. Who knows where he would have finished?
Another reason why I believe, right on what you're saying, that this sport is going to grow, that I was telling you,
Yeah.
is that, have you seen what they are going to do in Chicago?
Yes.
It's going to be a street. It's
Yeah.
going to be another street.
He's gonna go out like to like
Man,
a pier or something.
Yes,
like out
I
by the water.
lived in Chicago for 18 months. Man, it's going to be
That's gonna be awesome. Huge.
spectacular. And so if Chicago is doing that, probably they are considering it. They already have some advancements, and they already have the deal. Who wouldn't like to
They're
run
already
Chicago?
building it. I think they're setting it all.
So
up.
here's my question.
They're not
Because I
building
know
a street
Formula
circuit.
Formula One wants to expand more in the United States or North America, just in general.
Mexico or Canada.
Mexico and in Brazil, South America, the Americas. My question is, are there any current places that they go to that they would be like, okay, we're going to add Chicago, we're going to add this place,
Things that get dropped off.
races or places are going to get dropped
Normally,
off?
yes.
I think it's going to
If-
have to be.
If it is, which one do you think is going to get dropped off first?
That's a good question. I think racers have already been complaining of just like the longevity of it all because this is the most races there's ever been in a calendar year.
24,
This year's
right?
24. So,
Because they finish in December and then they pick it back up in April.
and this is the first time they've been back to China since COVID. So I don't know.
What was the first one? Which
The very first race.
the very first
Bahrain.
race. When was
Brazil.
it?
March, that's
Brazil could lose.
It was March.
February.
March 2nd was
March.
the very first race.
Brazil is very traditional,
Last
but it could
race.
lose its place.
So the season
they
runs
don't.
now from March
Be careful.
2nd to December 8th. So you're going 3 to 12, 9 months.
So weren't they predicting also two more teams also?
Is it 2? Because I know, I get Audi, and then
That'd be good.
who's the other? Is it Andretti?
American, the
Not
American.
Andretti.
It was Andretti was trying.
But I think he gets another attempt in 2026 or something.
Okay.
Like they're pushing him
So
off
that's
for a
it.
little
So
while.
that's
Audi for
that's
sure.
Audi's already in for either
Because-
26 or next year. I don't remember.
But think about how many Brazil has.
I don't
Two,
know.
they're famous.
Who's
But
that?
I will Google it.
Brazil could have two easily.
As
right?
a newbie,
Jacarepaguá.
No, it doesn't exist. Rio, it's being demolished. The whole track, yeah, it became like a park or something.
As a newbie, what has the F1 season
Man,
always
the
ran
guy
9
who's gonna
months
be
or
there,
3
you know,
months off?
Normally, yes.
It'll probably the guy's gonna be there.
Okay.
So if it's always been 9 months on, 3 months off, which it still is, now in those 9 months, many more races, because we've seen a couple times now where it's like a back-to-back-to-back weekend.
Yes.
So they're getting less of a break. They're traveling. So
They are closed. The cities are closed because they're they agglutinate
relatively, yeah.
together, right? Like Italy, France, and Spain.
Do Europe,
Right.
and then boom,
Yeah.
and they jump over.
Tours, like tours. You know?
Yeah.
But then, certain races, like then they pop to Miami. It's East Coast. But
It would be.
then back to Italy.
It would be fun.
So they're
yeah.
doing international flights sometimes, But then from Italy to Monaco, back to Canada. You would think it'd make more sense to go Miami, Canada,
Yeah.
like you're staying, but they're popping back and forth
These
sometimes.
guys, they can't go home.
Spain, Austria.
And I think that's to what Dylan's saying is that they're complaining about the longevity of it.
It's a lot. And sounds like nothing, but when you think all the G-forces that they're putting their bodies through week in, week out, like
It's
it's
gonna
a
be
lot.
just like American football players.
Yeah.
You know, I think in the 90s the average was like 53 years old. It was very low.
Well, that's been a complaint too. I mean, it's a 17-game season now
Yeah.
in the NFL, and they're talking about adding more. And so the players are like, what the fuck?
The consumer wants more, but the players and the drivers can't handle it.
If you're adding an extra week and you have all these teams playing before you get to the play, how much more revenue is that bringing in? These guys got to get paid more.
Yeah.
Because it's all of that, and you get one bye week. You get 1 week off. And
Probably-
it's 18 weeks of football.
Probably the next evolution of the sport is that in order to, by making more money, you'll be able to have more good players in the teams, right? You can keep more players, right?
Yeah.
Right. So probably you need to have not 11 players, but 20 players that can really perform at the highest level.
Yeah.
So you can keep up with the costs, and maybe you can have more games because you can seat some players.
Well, that's Moneyball.
Well, they're going to
Yeah,
be sponsored by
yeah.
Cadillac. That's hot.
Are
Look
you
at
kidding
that.
me?
Look at that, man. If
Cadillac has now
If
confirmed its
Andretti-
intent to build F1 engines from 2028. So there's still a ways to get
yeah,
there, but
dude.
Cadillac is a sponsor. That's awesome.
that is
I've always
sick,
liked Cadillac.
man, it's sick.
So
Audi 20
Andretti Cadillac.
Wow.
That's 26. So if Sainz is only gonna go in, to race for Audi, he's looking at a sabbatical next year.
That's
this is saying
awesome.
28, but I don't know. I could have sworn. I think
Andretti, yeah, but
I think he's got another. He got rejected for 25, but I think he has an opportunity to try again in 26.
26. But then they have to get ready, regulations and whatnot. It takes about 2 years.
But by 28, I think it's saying their bid was strengthened now that GM is promised to build engines for the team. So, but let's check when is Audi.
I just saw it there in 26.
2026?
Oh, I did?
That for sure is 26. It's Andretti that I'm not sure of.
Yeah, I just saw.
So yeah, those are the two that I heard. Yeah.
So will it jump to 11 teams or someone? No, they're replacing Kick Sauber, right? Yeah. So,
Audi is coming in, and that's the thing I was telling you. Andretti could just buy a team.
versus taking a slot because they're going
Let's
to be
say
11
buy
teams.
Toro Rosso, right?
RB.
Or Alpine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alpine's the only other one I could see because Williams isn't going to go away. They haven't been doing great, but they're not going to go away.
No, Williams is a very traditional team, and then they did well actually this last weekend.
Haas, unless Gene has just had enough, but I think they're not going anywhere. But that's the only other team I could even fathom because all the other ones, they're not going anywhere. Aston Martin, they're just now getting their footing. Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, Red Bull, they're not going anywhere.
It's not here yet, but
Yeah,
I'm checking on the camera all the time here.
Just like
If you go out to wait, put your shoe so it doesn't lock you out or something, like the door.
No, the door is open. I opened
Oh, you
it.
unlocked it? Okay. I think he's feeling so poorly that he's like waiting for the second the guy shows up. That sucks, dude. I put that one.
Yeah.
He doesn't
it's-
look. He really does not look great.
No.
Man, it sucks.
Well, I skipped through the final third of this, but what I can say is it got kind of like more of the same, a little nougaty. Like Snickers bar, like peanut, chocolate, nougat, and no more. There was just somewhere in like the middle to the end of the first third where I was getting like buttery toast. And then it switched to like a full mouthful of peanut butter. Then it kind of mellowed out as more leathery and salty again, and now it's like kind of very semi-sweet. You know, it's not like super pronounced, but it's like almost like a Snickers bar where it's like a salty, nutty sweetness that
Person arrived.
I think I'd have to score this cigar like a 97.
Wow.
Monster score.
It was a very open draw, a fast smoke. I was kind of trying to savor it, but I found myself just puffing and puffing and puffing and puffing on it. But one of the top cigars I think I've had all year. Delicious and super easy to smoke. I think anybody would enjoy this. And a beginner smoker would love this. It's super, super smooth and easy to smoke.
That's awesome.
I'm halfway through here. It hasn't I mean, it has developed a little bit more into like a sweeter flavor. And retrohaling is smooth, it's creamy, it has that I want to say nutty. I can't just say that it's almost like, you know, they
Like you read.
yeah, the review said so. Let me give it on a puff in here.
How's your nothing special?
Nothing special.
It has been consistent, you know, consistent all the way through, and it's smooth, it's creamy, it's not leathery, right? It's more like a medium cigar right now.
What is it missing, Hilton? Because it sounds like a great cigar, but you have this apprehension to your.
I'm
voice.
not
Reservation.
Yes.
I'm not as good as Dylan to put, you know, pinpoint exactly flavors. It's just like I find it difficult to understand, you know, some of the flavors. It's like
No, but that one I smelt it, and there was something when you were saying like
Firecrackers,
There
yeah.
was something I was smelling that I couldn't put my finger on it either, though. Just the aroma, so I can only imagine like the flavor profile.
Yeah.
This one, you don't have to be an expert, and I'm not an expert by any means. It was throwing like dominant flavors at you that is just like you could pinpoint it. It was freaking peanut butter, but I am curious.
it's nice. You know what I mean? You know, that biscuit flavor, it's there. You know what I mean? It's like it feels to me like a little bit of a milk kind of biscuit. You know what I mean? Like very creamy cigar. It's very enjoyable. You know, right now I'm at 91.
Like a Biscoff?
I don't know what I may not.
Biscoff.
No,
well,
Biscoff.
that's more sweet.
I think it's too sweet.
You're not getting any sweetness?
No, it is sweet, but it's not that sweet.
Probably like a.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not that sweet. No.
Probably a like a.
Not the
like
cream,
a,
just the bread part.
No. Yeah, it's not that sweet. No.
like a bread, like a breakfast
dry-
biscuit.
It's like a breakfast biscuit. It's
Yeah.
not savory and it's not, you know, very sweet.
Right.
So that's what I've been getting, you know, on this cigar. And
What about like a buttery, dry, like shortbread?
no, it's not buttery.
There's no butter.
No.
That's fucking disappointing.
I don't know.
It's good.
It's not graham crackery.
Retrohail is smooth, has a little bit of, I feel a little bit of a spice in there, but it's not spicy.
What about savoriness? Any salt? characteristics?
That's the thing with the biscuit, because the biscuit, it's not sweet, but it's also not salt, so it has a little bit of a mix of them both.
Yeah.
And then that's what I'm getting. So, and Retrohale, it really reminds me of the Brasilia, but the Brasilia is a little bit more peppery.
Okay.
And then this one is not at all.
Zero
Like, for example,
pepper.
I can give it a puff right now, halfway through the cigar. Blow it all through my nose, and I get biscuit.
Biscuit.
You know, so it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I didn't get. It could be that there's a little bit of a nutty flavor that I can't really say. You know, if it's peanut or if it is almond, no. But
I think peanut you would know because it's really strong. But it could be. We just had some. Was it any type of creaminess at all? Like some. I know you said it was smooth, like velvety. Is there like a creaminess, like a cashew?
It's creamy. It is creamy.
Walnut is more of a bitter.
It's not walnut, no.
It's not pine nut. Would be very distinct. I wonder if it's like cashewy.
I just don't
Dylan's
say it.
throwing out some
Trying to
random.
get
Yeah.
you there. Trying to get you there.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I
Nougat.
it's not. It's nutty, but it's it's a creamy nut. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the ones that Konrad likes.
How dare
It's
you
pretty
try
good.
that?
It's pretty good.
The big veiny figure.
It's not the very best one that I had. It's not the very best one that I had.
But it's a good. But it's a good smoke.
It's a good smoke. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now that was the one from Andre, right?
Yeah. Both.
Oh, both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Is there another beer there?
There is.
Oh, look at that.
I'm surprised. I'm happy to.
So, do we want to wrap it up? Or we have more sports to talk about. What else in sports has been going on that we could? I think George sent something about NBA, with a deal of some kind.
There's been a lot of NBA trades and new signings. He would have to go over that specifically. I've been keeping up, but not to remember everything.
Yeah, but the soccer was great. The game. Brazil didn't quite do well. I watched the last 5 minutes and the penalties. Man, what a disappointment! In that Brazilian squad. It was.
And it's
really.
so funny because Lucas has been listening to my dad about everything. My dad's like, soccer's gay, like, you can't like soccer, all this other stuff. But because he's been hanging out with Manu and
Manu likes it, right?
she loves it. So now Lucas is like, Dad, I kind of want to play soccer. Like, I really like watching soccer.
Toasted peanut. Just now,
Smells it?
as you puff it,
I'm telling you, dude.
it was like sorry,
You caught
Konrad.
it? Let me smell this. I'm gonna
Man,
smell
it
this.
was like my dad toasting, peanut for us.
I'll blow it down.
and
You're not blowing it right in your face.
But I can smell it.
unbelievable.
That's really cool. Man.
Toasted peanut.
You know
Yeah.
what I have left of this guy, and I'm still trying to.
I'm going to the end, boys.
To the bitter end.
That's awesome. Hey, there he is.
Oh my god.
You good?
Man, oh my goodness. Shit. I just put cream all over my body. Not like this cream here, because man, it was. I think I probably was more active,
Yeah.
and then it started like really itching.
Yeah, it's growing on your neck. Right?
I don't know.
You
Right,
had one, and
right
now
now
you have about 5.
No. My back, there's big ones like that.
Your face is looking a little.
I
puffy.
swallowed very
Yeah.
buffy, yeah. So take 2 of this.
We are about to wrap it up, unless you want to talk about that NBA deal that you're the one that knows about it.
Actually, I was driving here, and then popped up in my phone. That's why I sent you why I was coming here. Well, the NBA has been just waiting for this year, because they do like I think 10-year deals or 8-year deals, and this one is supposed to be big, but I didn't know it would be 76 billion.
Wow.
Well, I didn't see what
76 billion is the new deal. And you know how much they're giving to WNBA?
No.
Now they're gonna do 240 million a year, and it was 60. So they are going to quadruple.
Bump it up like 4 times.
Yeah.
A media rights deal. Okay.
And this is one of the reasons. This is one of it's a media deal. I thought I have said that. Yeah. So this is one of the reasons that the WNBA is complaining about Caitlin Clark, is that it seems like it was because of her. But it coincides exactly with the date that the new deal would happen. Well, it happened like 4 times before, and now nothing happened.
Right.
So the discussion is still there. The woke, I'm gonna call it ultra woke, because you see, this is how I prefer to call it. Of the ESPNs, they are all just throwing shade at Caitlin Clark, giving the Rookie of the Year to a different player, Angel Reese.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening, And then now the All-Star team is going to face the WNBA American team.
Huh, interesting.
That's going to be a big fight, So this is what we have. And then on the NBA, we just have Paul George going to Philadelphia.
Yep.
We have Klay Thompson joining the Mavs.
Yeah.
Right? I think those are the CP3 playing with Wemby.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. Another one that probably for chemistry is gonna be spectacular. I don't know. This player from Villanova went to New York Knicks, and Bruns and DiVincenzo Hart. I think they are all from the same university. So 4 guys who played in college together. They're together in New York now, and New York is being considered for the first time in more than 30 years as one of the contenders to win.
Yeah.
So Boston is going to have a lot of competition.
Let me ask you this question then, because Olympic Games is this year, right?
Yes.
What are you guys looking forward to?
A sport?
Which sport are you more looking forward to in the Olympic Games?
I really enjoy basketball for Olympic sports. Mm-hmm. Aren't they? But they've added other sports. I can't remember what.
3 versus 3.
3 versus 3 basketball.
Yes.
They've also done
Skates.
like jiu-jitsu,
skateboarding. Yeah.
What about volleyball?
I like volleyball. I do like volleyball.
Olympics, in the Olympics.
Yes, in the Olympics. Yeah, volleyball in general. It's fun.
So, Dylan, the question is, which sport are you looking more forward to in the Olympic Games?
Basketball.
Man, this is what
swimming. I like swimming.
I'm a track and field guy too. I like track and field, but sport-wise,
and this is Jordan.
Yeah.
This is the heritage from Jordan. Like you said, basketball. Like the dream team.
The dream team is the thing, right?
Yeah.
So for Americans, right? So it's good. It's good to see that reaction from both of you, and to see that. Do you know that Nike is not doing very well, and Caitlin Clark is promoting the brand for the women's basketball, right? Jordan gave, I think he posted on Twitter and spoke in the media, saying that he would do everything possible to make Clark be part of the Olympic Games, because they don't understand how big this is. So if Jordan, you guys just said that, basketball, if he has an influence 32 years later, right? Because the Olympics was in 92.
But what does that say about the current state of affairs, that a retired basketball player has to vouch for Caitlin Clark to participate when there's a lot of other players that probably are not as good as her.
Yeah, so
Already on that
and he was adamant, like, she's one of the most skilled players I've ever seen. She's the best in the world right now, you know. So you got to do that. So I'll send you guys later this, and then for Michael Jordan to come in public and say this.
Yeah.
It's like
That's a big
Michael
thing.
Phelps is breaking world records and then not being in the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't
Make any sense.
make
Look,
sense.
I can tell you, I've been watching all the games. She's still very green.
Yeah.
She turns over a lot of balls. Her defense has improved tremendously because, you know, the thing is,
But she doesn't need to play 100% of the time that she's there.
she doesn't shoot, and then she was supposed to rest back-to-backs, you know, because, let's face it, she hasn't stopped yet. But this is what I see, that she's not shooting enough, and she's shooting only 31% for threes, which looks low.
Still a good percentage.
But that's not the point. The point is that she never shoots from the line. All her shoots are 4 foot, 5 foot from the line. Check what's the average of all her shots for anyone in the NBA from this part.
Yeah, she's the furthest, right?
Do you understand? So it's, I think Trae Young is the one who shoots the most. He's like 29%. Curry's 33%, 32%. So, of course, that she's going to take that shot, especially if she's free. And with the time, her teammates are kind of gelling, and she's having, I think, the past 6 games, the past 8 games they won 6, they lost 2, and I think on average, Caitlin Clark has having 11.2 assists. But I'll tell you, both the assists will be higher, and the turnovers will be lower if the team caught the ball that she passes. But she sees too ahead, you know, like she's probably because she's young and she's like pressing too much, but
She's a rookie, man. She's got plenty of ball left. It just would be a great year, you know, and like the opportunity to play for your country is something I think when you have that opportunity, you dream to be able to do something like that.
Yeah, because if she doesn't go now, she's going to be a
She'll be
full
there next
veteran, you know, in 4 years' time. But again, it's going to take 4 years for her
But
to
timing
do
is so important for a sport. I mean, if you want to grow, I think it's great. But if you want to explode, you have to do it now.
But what is
explode?
What is America known for?
Bombs.
Marketing and winning.
So even if put her out there and give her 5 minutes a game off the bench or something,
And
I don't know. But
exactly.
the marketing that put her up on the screen, the nationalism, I think people would really love that, like feed into it. So it's something that
Should be larger than the Olympics.
we'll see.
Like the image
Is there
of
talks that she's going to get an opportunity to get on the team, or it's all
she is number 13. If any of the players get injured, she is number 1.
we see any sabotage happening?
Maybe someone, yeah, exactly. Right, so why not?
I ate some bad shrimp. I can't make the plane ride.
Two players actually are injured right now. They don't know if they're gonna play.
Oh, there you go.
But the problem is, I just explained that to my friends today, and I'm going to stick to that. Look at this. What do they want us to buy? It's a LGBT league, which is majority black. They like to be violent. They like violence. They like it. They like to brag that they are the best.
I won't say violent, but like strong.
No,
Is it violent?
It's dirty. It's dirty. So many sports they do that. Like hockey does that, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no, dirty.
Rocky is. Yeah,
Dirty.
Rocky is.
So they want us to buy, and then they you see, if you're not cocky at the WNBA, if you're not cocky,
yeah, you can't be nice, right? And she's kind of
yeah,
nice.
in essence. So now
Just media training.
they want us to say, I'm sorry because I'm white and because I was poor and whatever. I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch your product and I'm gonna love your product.
You hit him with the Conor McGregor on that one. I'd like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody
Yeah.
for nothing.
So you know what I'm saying. So I really believe that this is what's happening, and then she's bringing eyeballs. People are watching. I mean, we would never be talking about this ever. We would be making fun of the league.
Yeah. And it's not because she's white. It's not because she likes men, and she's not gay. I could care less two shits about any of those.
Exactly.
But she's entertaining to watch.
Yes.
She's competing at high levels, like against men, and almost beating them. That's why I watch. If someone else was doing it, I'd watch it too. I could give two shits.
Can I tell you something that is the most interesting about this 22 games she played?
Yes.
Two best performances against which teams?
Chicago Sky?
No. Two best performances of her was against the number 1 and number 2 in the league.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, and what's this target? Are they still getting accused of tanking for another number
No,
one pick?
no,
That's
because
out of the
they're already 7th place. And they're in 7th place.
water? Oh, so that's out of the...
They will play against right now they will play against Connecticut. You know, so the two games that she played,
Or against top...
almost one triple double, and I'm gonna tell you why this triple double is different. One triple double, and the other one it was only one rebound to get also another triple double in 2 games against the 2 best teams in the league. But why do I say that she scored 19 points? 13 assists and 12 rebounds.
It's a solid game. That's a solid stat.
But it is. But think about men. Very few guys get this. Scoring 120 points a game. Her team is scoring 75, 80.
Yeah.
So what she's doing is for 80 points, not for 100. How many points?
That's true.
She would score more than 30 easily.
So she's basically doing a quarter of every scoring, rebounding, and assisting for that team.
60% of the team's points come from her hand.
Yeah.
Plus
There's 5 players out there.
plus rebounds, plus the rebound, plus over the rebounds.
Yeah. And assists. Yeah.
And there's another thing that
Yeah.
people don't talk about.
How proud are her parents?
Oh yeah, her parents are awesome too. But there's one more thing that people don't talk about it, right? So is that certain positions is more difficult to translate from college to
Professional?
basketball because of the tempo. When you are big, you will be there battling. So it's the history of the league says that more than 90% of the rookies that play well, they are either center or power forwards. But you have none.
Like
It takes
guard, shooting guard.
even the best ones took like 2 or 3 years to get to the level,
Adjusting
to the level.
the speed.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she's gonna average, so and then she's translating. Oh, but look at that! Everybody's playing a Super Bowl against her. Everybody's playing a Super Bowl. They said one of these people, the girls that don't like her, and say, no, the very first thing we do, we prep how to stop her. So
She's
it's
a
always
bulletin board material, you know?
exactly. So it's just 2 players. So she just passes to one, then all of a sudden it's
Now what's the game plan?
like 4 against 3.
Interesting.
So she gets good help now. Now the help is good. But I think they're going to tank because one of her best friends is going to be pick number 1, and then Indiana. If Indiana doesn't go to the playoffs, Indiana picks up number 1 again. So probably they're
They'll
going to
tank
tank.
to stay out.
They are going to tank just enough for them to pick up her best friend, one of her best friends, and now number 1 in the college, American basketball feminine college.
That'd be 3 years in a row.
There'll be 3 years in a row. That's how bad. They won 2 games out of 40 in 3 years ago. 4 games, and then last year with Alicia, Boston, which is the second player, they won 6 games.
So they're winning 2 more.
Right now, they already won 10. Half of the season. So that's how good she is. And then people complain that because until 2 games ago, Angel Reese was having like triple double. She beat all the records, like
At LSU?
Candace Parker records for double doubles, And then Chicago was ahead of Indiana with 3 games less. So they lost the 3 games, but they use it. Oh no, she should be the rookie because look at where the team is. But now 4 games later,
No, I saw an argument for that online. It's like there's one award. Rookie of the Year is like one of the few awards that should have nothing to do with the standing of the team. It's
Exactly,
solely
that's the
performance
point.
of the rookie.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's how good you are for the team. And Chicago was a better team. Now they're saying, no, Chicago is not. So you see that the media, especially the
narrative
ultra
changes.
woke, ESPN, Disney, right? So they're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds interesting, and I think we've done a full circle because we put some of NBA in there.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for watching, and we just ask that you like,
Share.
Oh, I gotta finish the way I started it.
Oh yeah.
maybe even throw in a little subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
and share with your friends. Right?
And we'll catch you next week for another episode of Puff
Right.
Drink Motherfucking Talk.
In
Yes.
hives. In hives.
Thank you.
Hopefully no hives.
Yeah. Bye,
Cheers.
everyone.
Yes.
Doing a little better? You look better.
You look better.
The hives on your neck and stuff look like they've gone away.
Yeah, I know. It's just the cream is just because
It's not